everyone kind of got what they deserved. Like,
Max didn't. He didn't deserve that.
Well,
well,
maybe you're right, but I think
Or the
he
monkey. That's fine.
the monkey,
no, the poor monkey. Okay, we all agree the monkey was a victim in this movie.
but he got a really good funeral. Let's
The
put it that
monkey goes on the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame level with the Raven. Remember the Raven from whatever it was, where it had a name and stuff. That was
way. You
funny.
can't take it with you. I can't.
Yes.
Still has a better IMDb page than me. Can't handle
Wait a minute, haven't I seen you before? I know your face.
Get out, or shall I call my servant?
You're Norma Desmond. Used to be in silent pictures, used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. I am your co-host, Daniel. Joined with me, as always, is the illustrious Stephen and the illustrious James. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Fabulous. I feel fabulous.
We're illustrious. That's what I am. I'm illustrious.
I
You
think
ever notice
we're
how gay bars always have an S in them in the names? They can do that,
not
Side
Berlin.
check, But what it's a bisexual bar.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, or it was.
Oh,
And so there's places like Toast. We always make sure we can talk about our lisps.
For those of people who are from South Carolina, there was a place called the Hideaway. It was a gay bar, and it was literally a double wide trailer. And so, like, I went because a lot of friends in college who were gay for drag shows, and they would call it the Hide Gay, and I thought that was the funniest thing. And like, literally, it was a double wide. I'm not kidding you. Like,
A Hide Gay.
if someone walked, across the room, the whole building would or the whole house would shake. You'd feel it. And there's some big old drag queens. I'm sure Stephen can have some stories of that.
When you go to Sidetrack and you want to go see your friends, it's such a huge bar here in town. When you go to Sidetrack, if you want to go find a friend, you say, "Okay, I'm going to go make a Fruit Loop." To walk around see if you find somebody.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I'm making Fruit Loop. I'll be right back.
Well, on that note, guys, welcome to the to episode 22 of the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. This episode is a special one. We recently just had the 75th anniversary of Sunset Boulevard. I believe it was either last week or 2 weeks ago, but we're now getting to it, so apologies on that. And so we thought it'd be kind of cool idea to sort of change it up a little bit, where this movie in most years probably would have won. So we just wanted to chat about it and just kind of take advantage of that, but kind of being in the spotlight. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. For those of you that are new here, welcome. For those of you returning, welcome back. What we do here is we usually pick an Oscar winner and we discuss should it have won, yes or no. Obviously, this week's a little exception. We kind of talk about it, what was going on in the world, debate it, and then go from there. So without further ado, fellas, let's go ahead and hop into Sunset Boulevard. So, Sunset Boulevard was released in August 10th of 1950. And Stephen, I'm going to ask you to help me with some of these German names because you're good at that. It stars in the movie Gloria Swanson, who plays Norma Desmond, William Holden, who plays Joe Gillis, Eric von Stroheim, I think is how you say it.
Stroheim, you're right, Stroheim.
Hey, sweet, got it right. Max, and then Nancy Olson as Betty Schaefer.
Betty Schaefer.
So it had a budget of about $1.75 million, and it grossed about $5 million. It was nominated for 11 Oscars, so it's just on the cusp of being the most nominated. It only won 3, unfortunately. The 3 being Best Art Direction, Best Scoring, and Best Story and Screenplay.
And the score. What a great score.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I know general script, but some people should have won these awards that didn't, and I'm very upset about it, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
In 1989, it was added to the National Film Registry for the Library of Congress for protection for obvious reasons. AFI ranked it in 1998 when they did their top 100. It was number 12, and then in 2007 it got pushed to 16th, which is still pretty good considering, I don't think there's that many more. I think the only ones that are ahead of them are Citizen Kane and Casablanca from that that are that old.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive. There might be one more. I may have missed one, but I'm pretty sure those are the only 2. And then this is very common. This trope or whatever I feel like is fairly common in in Hollywood or society where we get this a lot, where I know James has mentioned it before, where spoofs happen a lot. Obviously, with like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, even the Rugrats, like James told me earlier, even the Rugrats spoof this. Normally it's The Simpsons. But I just want to talk about the Twilight Zone episode. There is an episode, season 1, episode 4. It's called, what, 16 millimeters? Isn't that what it's called, James?
16 millimeters. Yeah, I didn't know it was parodying this movie when I watched that Twilight
Yeah.
episode.
And so
Wow.
it's a very, it's not, okay, in the grand scheme of those episodes in that area, it's not that good of an episode. It's kind of like a lower end, but it's still the same idea. It's a pretty cool one. So if you guys do want to watch it, I do recommend it.
I think that's more of a funnier Twilight Zone episode,
Yeah.
like than actually like straight up horror. I think it's more.
Well, I don't think, even like, to me, like, I don't think the first season is that scary, like the Twilight Zone. Like, it's just more like odd and like suspenseful. Like this one, for those of you who don't know, this one basically what happens is that it's a similar with the silent film, and basically she like gets, essentially she's able to teleport herself into a picture of her old self, like her old lifestyle, and so she lives there basically. Like, so it's like, I think it's a picture of her house. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a picture of like her grand staircase, and so she just lives in it, and so that's just like, so she's able to like go back in time, basically.
Wow.
She was able to go back in time with all her friends.
Yeah,
into a pool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it's
see, there you go.
It is a good episode. So if you guys haven't watched it, head on over there and watch it after you watch Sunset
I'm
Boulevard.
going to say, I know you don't like this, Daniel. Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett's takeoff on the Carol Burnett show.
How about what do you mean I don't like Carol Burnett? I thought I don't like her.
I used it last year. You're like, Carol Burnett.
Oh.
But she does this thing where when the Max character goes, show me anger, show me sadness, show me rage. And she goes, show me rage, show me sadness. It's just like the same thing over and over.
She's funny.
That was such a good skit.
Oh God. Every time she hosted something. Oh, it was the Tony Awards when Sunset was on. She came out to give like best player musical, and they had the Sunset Boulevard set behind her. She goes, "It's killing me not to walk up those stairs right now." Seriously, it's killing me. I want to walk up those stairs.
That's funny.
Oh, it's great. So
awesome.
You're right. It's been parodied everywhere.
Yes, it has.
So I mean, that word's used too much today, but it's so iconic.
No, it fits. Okay, so we'll get into it later. That being said, now we're going to turn our attention over to Steven, who's going to give us a quick summary of the movie, and then we will hop into the story more. So, Steven, go ahead and take it away for me.
Okay. So, Sunset Boulevard is director, screenwriter Billy Wilder's dark Hollywood drama that follows Joe Gillis, a struggling screenwriter who becomes entangled with Norma Desmond, a faded silent film star living in seclusion in her decaying mansion. Norma dreams of a triumphant comeback and hires Joe to help polish her screenplay, while Joe, desperate for money, becomes her kept man. Their toxic relationship spirals into obsession, jealousy, and control, especially after Joe falls in love with Betty, a young first-time screenwriter, as the two of them work on a new script of their own. The story builds to a tragic climax when Norma, deluded into believing she's returning to stardom, descends into madness, believing news cameras are filming her comeback as she delivers the now world-famous line, "All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up." And so,
fantastic. Thank you, Steven.
And the best
line was in Rugrats as a child. I had no idea what I was doing. That is where I know that line from. Is from the Rugrats.
That's great.
It's like Angelica says it to like the camera, like, "I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille."
To me, the best part of that entire thing when she's right before she does it, she goes, "This is all there is, just us, just you and me and those wonderful people out there in the dark." When you see that in the theater, it's chilling. Like, you think she can see you and those wonderful people. Like, she could almost reach out and touch you. It's so scary. Like, she knows what she's talking about in this movie. She's so great. And to get into trivia, she filmed that scene and broke down crying. And they all applauded because she was so immersed in this character. I love it. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Awesome. Well, so now we're going to go. So now what we do is we talk about what was going on during this time period. So that might emphasize or give a reason why a certain movie won over another movie. So there wasn't a ton this year, not gonna lie. I mean, it was a lot of stuff I'm sure that was important at the time, but it's as always, a lot of war focus. I thought it was kind of cool. In January, the Republic of India was born.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're only 75. So basically everything is celebrating 75 years, was kind of neat.
Yeah.
In January that year, Truman announced the development of the H-bomb.
Oh, wow.
In February, Cinderella opened in theaters.
Wow.
March, the VW bus goes into production.
Oh, wow. Funny.
Also in March, FBI 10 Most Wanted list debuts.
Wow.
In March that year as well, Senator smears Ingrid Bergman for cheating.
Leave
So
it alone.
And then in June, the Korean War starts, and that's kind of what the rest of the whole year was. The whole rest of the year was kind of about was just people picking sides and Truman doing stuff for the war. So a lot of war stuff, some interesting, pop culture stuff, but mainly war as kind of. I feel like that's kind of a common occurrence for these things. So
I mean, in the 1930s, 40s, 50s,
they were pretty much dominated by it. Yeah. With that being said, let's turn over to some fun facts. Who wants to go first?
Hit it, James. You hit it.
All right. So all the photos of Norman Desmond that decorate the house. That was Gloria Swanson, like in her heyday, with all the different photos. Wow. I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, God.
Before we go into this discussion, so John F. Cezitz, he's the cinematographer, would sprinkle dust into the air so it would be caught by the light, create a moody effect.
Wow.
And he used a similar technique in Double Indemnity. Shout out, great movie.
Good movie, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Walter.
The most bizarre thing is when crew members asked Billy Wilder how he was going to shoot the burial of Norm's monkey.
I love that so much.
Which is it's a bizarre scene. He says, the usual monkey funeral sequence, like
the monkey funeral thing. It's in every movie. It's such a trope. I mean, come on.
And then another thing is so William and Nancy's first kiss.
Oh, yes.
Billy Wilder let them carry on for minutes without yelling cut. He had already gotten the shot like the first take. So eventually it wasn't Wilder who shouted cut, but Holder's wife.
I saw that too, yeah.
Happened to be on the set.
Cut! I mean, because she's gorgeous. Nancy Olsen is gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
And still at 90, she's still gorgeous.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she did an interview.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
In the morning. I mean, gorgeous, my lord.
And Stephen, I will let you take it over because this woman is basically this character.
What is what?
Crazy. Norman.
Yeah.
I was surprised how much she is this character.
Oh,
I think that's why she took the role.
Well, there's stories about who could be the real life Norman, who inspired this, and there's so many. There's thoughts that it was Mary Pickford. I mean, who was huge at the time. There's thoughts that it was Norma Talmadge, and things like that. Clara Bow, Mae Murray. But when they offered this to Gloria Swanson, this just tells you how Norma she is. They wanted to do a screen test, and she was like, a screen test. I've done 20 pictures for Paramount.
Wow.
They want me to do a screen test, and so which is just echoes her line later when she goes, tell him to mind his manners, because without me there'd be no Paramount Studios, and there wouldn't be. I mean, surely when she was in her prime in silent pictures, she for 6 years was their top star. She kept Paramount open. So that's right. In the movie they watch when they're all huddled together watching a movie with her, that's Queen Kelly. That was directed by who? Eric von Stroheim, who plays the butler. And so, I think it's one of the lost films, like some of it's available. So she was that. And apparently when she went to George Cukor and said, they want me to do a screen test. Do you believe this? And he goes, you're going to be remembered for this for the rest of eternity.
Wow.
They asked you to do a screen test, do 10 screen tests.
Good for him.
I will shoot you. He said, he goes, you're going to do a screen test. That's what it is.
That's great.
apparently there was a book. I didn't know this until today. There was a famous novel called The Loved One, which by Evelyn Waugh from 1948 that Billy Wilder loved. And it follows, are you ready for this? A failed screenwriter who lives with a silent film star and works at a cemetery. And that's where we get the whole monkey and the whole he's coming in. She thinks he's going to help her bury the monkey, which leads to my favorite when she starts losing her mind. Get out! And he goes, shh, you'll wake the monkey. Get out! It's one of those movies that I've said this before. Sometimes when you watch it at home by yourself, the humor may not come out. When you see this on a big screen, people are laughing because it's such dark humor. It's this Billy Wilder biting dark humor with this, film noir that sort of goes up against it. And it's so, like when she talks about Salome, and here's John the Baptist's head, and she kisses his cold dead lips, and Joe says, "Oh, they'll love it in Pomona." They'll love it every place. It's just like it's so funny when you see it on the big screen, but when you're watching it alone, it doesn't quite come apart. But I think it's the juxtaposition of this, really weird, wild, out of her mind woman, And the other thing I love about this movie, honestly, is when she gets drunk at the New Year's Eve party, and he goes, "What gives you the right?" And she goes, "What right? You want me to tell you?" It's sort of, I own you, buddy. I'm paying the bills around here, so you'll do what I say. But she doesn't say, "You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you what gives me the right?" So brilliant, And he really is a kept man, but they just show it. They don't have to say it. I just want you to look nice. Think about how many never said that to women. I just want you to look nice, baby.
In case you guys couldn't tell, Steven's very passionate about this movie.
I love this movie.
The only thing I'll add to it, I noticed when I was reading up on it, was that Mae West was Billy Wilder's first choice, supposedly.
And she still saw herself as a sex bomb.
That would just be hilarious. Like, that would be so funny. There was one other thing. I was trying to think. The other thing, and we can kind of get this, kind of start the movie, but like that underwater scene was really, it wasn't shot underwater, but it was like, it felt like it was a really good shot. I just want to say that out loud.
And the original beginning of this movie
had to be cut, right?
It was him being whaled in on a gurney. They just show his toe tags, and they get into the morgue, and the toe tags start talking to each other. And that's where the voiceover comes from.
And then people start laughing too, right? So they had to remove it because it was too funny, basically.
So then we get this whole underwater.
I love it. I love the way they approach it, which we'll get into. Like that, that's good. Definitely. Okay, perfect. So then let's hop on into it then. So we usually like to kind of get our first thoughts. The pecking order is going to go James, because he's never seen it, and then me, who has only seen it a few times, and Steven, who's seen it 1,000.
Memorized it. So
James, start with you. Initial thoughts going into it?
So initial thoughts, no idea. Knew nothing about it.
Really?
Although what I did know is when I first started watching this movie, I was like, I feel like I've seen this movie before. It's because every stupid show parodies it. Like Archer, like it's a season basically this movie. Like Rugrats, like you got The Simpsons, you got Carol Burnett. Like I've watched so many
Twilight Zone,
so many versions of this movie, and it's like I feel like I've seen this movie before, but I enjoyed it.
I think, Steven, what we'll do for you is, instead of giving the expectations, obviously, because you've seen it so much, is maybe give us your expectations on how you thought James would like it, since he's never seen it. So I'll come to you next after me. So I've only seen this, honestly, like maybe 2 times. So I watched it again, and it felt new, which was obviously like it was great. And I remember the first time watching it thinking there was so many good one-liners that I couldn't remember. So then, like, instantly when I got back into it, I was just like, oh, like I almost want to take a pen and paper out and just be like, I just love them. Gosh. And anyway, we'll get into it, but Gloria Swanson crushed it. I can't express it, all caps. I can't express it enough. All right, Steven. what did you think that James since you've known his, like his likings about movies, you think you'd like it or no?
I did. I mean, I think there's some movies for you two that I'm more enamored of because they're just of a time period I'm enamored of. I always have said that I believe in reincarnation because I just know this stuff. I'm so drawn to those old movies. I'm drawn to that period. I'm drawn to big band music. I'm just drawn. I know it. When I hear certain songs from that time period, I feel like I've heard them before. And with that, and I think some of those are like, well, I'm never gonna watch this again. But I knew that this movie is different. This movie is just, it still holds up today. It still has those lines today that make you go, ooh, whoa, whoa. Like when he's slipping out to see Nancy, and she comes into his room after she's getting all of her face. Don't turn around. And he goes, I'm not cheating on you or whatever. And she goes, oh, I know. And she grabs his hair and says, I wouldn't let you.
Right.
Almost like, you know what I mean? It's just, there's still that in here that makes you go, this still works for today. And I knew that was going to resonate. And if he didn't like it, after hurt him. So that was all there was.
Catch me first.
All right. Awesome. And that being said, let's go ahead and move on. So they really do waste zero time. As I mentioned, this movie is very famous for their quotes. They really do waste zero time with the famous line is, hey, you're Norma Desmond. You used to be big, Stephen.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small. And that's what's great about the way because she does that thing that I think a lot of people who are making the transference from silent films into talkies is that all this voice work. You can watch Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
Round Jones, round. So, it's the pictures that got small. Like she's just like making these words into something and extending them. It is exactly who that character would be. I said sit down.
What do we think of that quote though? Like I mean, I kind of get it, but I also like, to me, movies are bigger, like with the movie or with the sound. So maybe she's just being like pretentious.
No.
I think it's her. Well, I think it's her being arrogance because, like,
I mean, yeah, obviously, look at her.
Like that's what the line shows. Like, there's nothing more arrogant than I am bigger than any big picture was ever.
You're right. I think there's
I think that's what it is.
There's two things. I think, I think 1980s music is the best music that's ever come out. There's never going to be better music. It's the best music ever because that was when I was a young person and I loved it. You know what I mean? That's when I was so into it. I think there's that, she thinks her period of time in Hollywood is the best, the biggest.
Yeah.
But there's also, you watch some old silent movies, the production values are off the chart. I mean,
yes.
Huge spectacles that they were doing real time. I mean, it's just stunning to see this stuff. I mean, look at Metropolis.
Yeah.
Oh, that is my favorite silent film, Metropolis. Like, you want a great silent film? Go see that.
The production design is out of it and still holds up today. And just, you're like, what is going on? So I think there's that, I am big. I am this big star.
I can see that. Yeah, that's a good point.
The pictures got small, and I think that's what she's talking about, this sort of sense.
Or does she mean the film got small?
It's the pictures that got small on your phone.
Yeah, it went from being a computer in your size of your house to in your phone now. No, I just love that line. Like that, I just want to start that because that's like very early and like kudos to whoever wrote that, whether it was the author you mentioned or if it was somebody else wrote it. Like, it's such a great, like, because we've all said like, oh, like I know you, like I know so and so. Like, you may not say like, oh, you used to be big, but like at your high school reunion and you run into the guy who used to be the quarterback. In your head, you're like, you used to be the crap, and now you're, like. So to me, it just resonates so well. I just love that line, and then her comeback is amazing. And like her eyes get big, like Steven was doing, like it's perfect.
She
like
raises herself up.
I feel like Steven is Gloria Swanson reincarnated because like he's really since he believes in reincarnation, he's really bringing it out.
when I got the call to do the Normal Heart years ago, I'm in this apartment. I get this call, and the director who I've known for a while says, "I think this is going to be really great for you. I think this is going to be." He actually said this: "Your comeback. I said, I hate that word. It's a return. and luckily he knew this.
He knew thank God.
Because he was like, okay, Norma, all right.
That's so funny.
I hate that word.
Also, a side note, can we just discuss how like people named Norma are obsessive over themselves? Norma Jean, Marilyn Monroe, like Norma Desmond, like it's just kind of ironic. It's like I know there's no Norma I can't think of right now, but it's just like it's just kind of like if your name is Norma, then like you're in trouble.
If your name is just Norm, you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Hey, Norm.
But you're funny. Because you got Norm and Norm Macdonald.
Hey, Norm. Oh, God. What do you want?
Do we like how the story was told? I know a lot of times, I think nowadays we like the twist at the end, like of the spoiler, if you guys haven't seen Sixth Sense, but how the Bruce Willis is dead at the end. Like, I feel like,
What?
Do you think it would have been better had it been that way, or do you like how it was approached now?
I think it's perfect the way it is in the flashback. I think you have this voiceover, so I mean, before I wrote the summary, I was like, well, should I say that she shoots him? Because I mean, I was like, well, I shouldn't say it. Well, spoiler: if you watch the first 5 minutes, he's dead.
Yeah, it's not like it's that exactly.
So he's dead. It's just how, and that's what's great. I think there's always something good about stories where the ending before the characters. So you can watch, like I've said this a million times, Rogue One, one of my favorite Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Somewhere about halfway through the movie, you go, they're all dead. They're all dead.
Oh, I didn't pick up on it until the end. I didn't because it didn't cross my mind it was going to be that close to it being the
when I
opening scene.
Oh God, they're all dead. I mean, just really struck me.
Was there another movie that we've done where they showed the ending? I was trying to look through our history, but I can't think of it right now. I feel like there was.
I can't think of one, but might be. I don't know. What do you think?
James, I guess Gladiator because it shows him like with his hand in the field, so maybe that. But I feel like there was something anyway. James, what do you think? Do you like this approach?
I do. I always like I don't know. It just feels like such a kickoff to a film noir.
Yeah, you're right.
That is like one of my favorite genres of movies of all time. So I don't know. I love that take. And then because it's like, okay, how are they going to build to this? And like you can kind of see it, like the relationship. So I kind of enjoy it. Like every movie, maybe not, but like every once in a while, it's refreshing.
I agree.
Someone else who knows this is the butler. The butler is sort of in the know. Eric Van Stroheim plays it like when he goes and gets. I made up the room for you earlier today. How'd you know I was going to stay? Yeah, I know it's going to happen. I mean, like he's been through this before.
Which husband was he? 2 or 3? Which one was it?
I think it's 3rd.
It was the first one.
Is he the first one? I thought it was like the. I thought
Butler was the first one,
and the monkey was the second one, right?
Maybe. I didn't pick up on the relationship. Wait, no, it would have been the 3rd because he would have just died.
Oh,
true. Was the 3rd.
True, yeah. No, I think so. I think it was done very well. I like this type of film because 2, it puts you in a mindset, to me personally, to where I psychoanalyze everything now. Okay, when's the downfall coming? What's going to be the breaking? What's going to be? I tell you what reminds me. The way that Moonlight was, right? When I didn't know, whenever he went and visited the guy in the future, when he was in the diner, I didn't know if he was going to kill him or not. I appreciate that, but I also like this where I know the ending, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going to make him snap.
No.
Like, when is she going to snap it? Like, what? And then obviously you meet Betty, and you're like, okay, that's got to be it. At some point they're gonna. But yeah, anyway, I agree. I think it was done very well.
What does she say? She says, I don't love him anymore about her boyfriend. What happened? You did. I mean, just the script is full of just perfect dialogue.
And that kind of reminds me of the love triangle in Casablanca.
Yeah, you have.
I think she did love. Again, we're going back to. I think she did love. What's his name?
Victor.
No, the husband.
Victor.
Victor. But then until she met someone else that she loved more, I really think she loved them both. But anyway, if you guys want to watch that, we've already reacted to that. So please.
What a mean thing to do when you find out he's cheating on you. to call. Is this Miss Betty Schaefer? Do you know what kind of man he is? Do you know how he? I mean, wow.
Crazy.
You know?
Red flag. Okay, so this movie, a lot of the themes in the movie are people using people.
Yep.
Who do you think was used the most, or who do you think got the most out of whatever? I'll just let y'all discuss that. Maybe I worded that weird. I can go first, but maybe I kind of worded that weird. So everyone's using everyone basically, because like in my opinion, like the main character, like the Norma and I even think Max to a degree, because Max is using, I guess, their past relationship to be able to stay in the house. Joe is using her obviously to be her sugar mama, and then Norma is using Joe to be like her new hot young thing to stay cool. But then I also think that she's using Max to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't know that like the fan mail is not real. But like I think everyone's using everybody. And so I think no one is like pure, so to speak. But I think that the most to me, the one who was used the most is probably, I think it's gotta be, I don't know, it's tough. I'm gonna say Joe just because he loses his life. I do think someone using someone for money is not as, in my opinion, is not on the same level as someone being kidnapped basically and kept in the house. But that's just my thoughts on it. I don't know. It just, I kept running into that theme where it felt like people being using somebody. And then I guess even like at the end, Norma uses the cameras because she thinks it's her big moment. Like everyone was using everybody, which I know is human nature, but I don't know. Maybe that's just a stupid question, but I just kind of just want to get y'all's opinion on it. If it resonated with you, if you didn't, that's fine. I just wanted to ask you.
What do you think, James?
You know, a movie where everyone is kind of a terrible person. That's what this movie is. Like, like everyone kind of, the guy probably shouldn't have been killed, but everyone kind of got what they deserved. Like
Max didn't. He didn't deserve that.
Well, maybe you're right, but I think
or the monkey. That's fine.
No, the poor monkey. Okay, we all agree the monkey was a victim in this movie.
But he got a really good funeral.
The monkey goes on the Hall of Fame level with the Raven. Remember the Raven from whatever it was, where it had a name and stuff? That was funny.
You can't take it with you.
Yes.
Still has a better IMDb page than me. Can't handle it. Can't handle it.
Steven, anything you want to add, or is we kind of just?
I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm not so sure that Max is using people, but I think what struck my mind when you were talking about this was that he's being kind to Norma to make her think there's still people out there who love her and want her, because he kind of created this Norma.
Yeah,
he was the director. I mean, he really sort of created this persona, and being kind to her is not the thing she needs. She needs truth.
Do we ever find out why they broke up? Was it mainly Norma? Probably just probably. I mean, I think it's just it's so far fetched. It's like
Well, I was reading about Norma Talmadge, who's really sort of they think might have been drawn from, and she was really big in silent pictures, but she decided to go back to New York when something failed, and she met this theatrical producer who was a lot older than her. And so they'd say it in the Wikipedia page. He proposed marriage and a film studio. It's like they were together,
wow.
So, and I looked up his picture, one of the ugliest humans who've ever lived. So, so she knew what she was doing. I know here's my trade. So I'm sure that Norma was like, okay, I've gotten enough out of this marriage. On to that marriage.
Yeah.
Now.
Elizabeth Taylor, anybody?
As Carrie Fisher said when her father after Elizabeth Taylor's husband tragically dies in a plane crash, my father went to comfort Elizabeth. And,
oh God!
And then with his penis is what she says.
Oh, he was a legend.
Thy rod and thy staff.
They comfort me, but I think she was moving through. How can I get this? Which we can't blame women of any era until maybe 2022 for, because that's what they had to do. They had no other options.
This is totally a joke, and please don't take this serious. But is that where the tampon company got Maxie from? Max, he's disposable. I'm just playing. I'm just being funny. Okay, so let's move on to our wingman Max.
Max,
what role / advantage do you think he had in staying, if any?
Well, I would say that he didn't have the ability to go back to directing. I'm sure Mary von Stroheim didn't direct after the silent films. I mean, these are people who had massive budgets and were given such. I mean, they would take. It would be a 3 or 4 hour. I mean, just so much excess. And then when it went way too far, they were just not giving any money again. These are visionaries who thought they had a free ticket, and do whatever they want to. So I'm sure that, he gets a roof over his head, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. I would think that, you take what you can get at that point. What do y'all think?
Anything for you, James? Or you kind of? I think he was scared to leave. Honestly, I think he secretly knew that she could kill, and he was scared to leave her.
Or she'd kill herself.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I think it's a very toxic relationship, even though it doesn't always come off as that way. But I think it was, obviously.
Just when she tries to slit her wrists, and Joe comes back, and she goes, "Happy New Year, darling," and it's, she knew what she knew.
Oh yeah.
She knows.
Very manipulative for sure.
I'm gonna cut this way because if I do it this way, it might really kill me. I'm gonna do this.
Any final thoughts on that before we move on? I don't want to leave you out.
No, that image that Stephen just gave. Let's just move on. Oh God.
So let's move on a little bit more to the director. Obviously, Billy Wilder is a very, very good director. For me, I just wanted to give a shout out. I think he does a great job of making you feel isolated, like Joe probably felt. I think it's, it just, I just want to call that out. The shots he did, the angles he chose to do, like the top down, like especially like when they're on the staircase, like the moments like that, like you just really felt that. I mean, to me, it reminded me of like Citizen Kane when they're by that fireplace and it's a massive fireplace, but it still feels so empty in the room. I felt so isolated in this movie. I really felt like Joe was by himself. I mean, they did such a good job of it. I just wanted to give a shout out to Billy Wilder because I know he's controversial sometimes, but I thought it was really, really good, and I just want to give him credit for that. Not that he needs it because he's, typically known as one of the best ones of all time, but I really thought it was great.
I mean, it's like how you the progression of him. Like, okay, you could just stay above the garage, and then you slowly
now you're
swept into the house, and you're in the bed next door, with no locks.
Yeah,
and that he thinks in his voiceover, I can work this to my advantage.
Yeah, again. He thinks
you're caught. You're the fly in the web.
Yeah. He thinks he's which I think is what makes her even more brilliant. He doesn't realize that he's the victim. He's trapped.
And while we're thinking about it, who does it? I want to take up smoking just so I can get one of those like cigarette holders he has, like this.
Noreen?
Oh my God, is that the coolest thing ever?
I've always seen like the sticks,
the stick ones. Yeah,
I've never seen like the rain one.
And she's like coiled up in that seat, looking at him like, oh my God. It's so good. It's so good.
I think you can buy them, I'm pretty sure, because I know people like with it being on. It's just like a neat with her glasses on and like the cheetah print around. Like it's just perfect. It's just like.
And she's wearing
or leopard print, whatever.
She's wearing sunglasses indoors. She's got you there. Why are you so late? Bring him in, and then she's like, "Get out!" Takes them off.
So she was Corey Hart before Corey Hart was singing Sunglasses at Night.
I wear my sunglasses indoors so I can.
But yeah, I don't know. I just felt it was really good. I just want to give a shout out, and then let's just go ahead and get let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. If I was alive in the 50s, I would have probably protested the crap out of the Oscars. How dare you not give Gloria Swanson the nominee for Best Actress? It went to the girl who played in, was it Born Yesterday?
Yeah, Holiday.
Why did she get it? I don't. I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say it. But
I've seen that movie. I've
seen hundreds of movies, and this is the top 5 best actress performances ever. Like, to me, this is up there on par with Nurse Ratched, which I know James or Steven doesn't care about. But to me, they're so memorable, and it's just like, God, I've just got to get out of the way. I feel like they were just trying to give somebody a bone to give her an Oscar. Like, I'm sorry, James, if you've seen it, you can talk more about it, but I am just livid.
I've seen it. I've seen that movie and Born Yesterday, and I don't understand how performances are not on the same level.
I think what they say happened is that you have Norma Desmond, this iconic character, and then you have Margot Channing and All About Eve, and they very much canceled these really huge theatrical movie performances about the medium.
I see.
And they cancel each other out because Judy Holliday was a very new star, and her way of acting and her entire persona was just off the beam and different. Even today, you watch a movie with Judy Holliday, you're like, what? Whoa, she's a little odd. You know, like you watch what is it, Adam's Rib. Whoa, she's just a really very bizarre human. And I think that's what they saw, because you have these two big, I am big, and and you have
it's the Oscars that's small.
Yeah, it's the Oscars that's small. But I think that
that's a good point, Steven. I didn't think about that. Yeah,
if those performances had been 2 different years, I think they would have won both.
And then I also think it's kind of a similar thing with like the election that got Woodrow Wilson elected. Taft and Teddy Roosevelt. They split, basically decided to make their own party, and so they split the vote, and it allowed Woodrow Wilson to win.
There would be no Bill Clinton in the White House without Ross Perot. There would be no Bill Clinton in the White House. If Ross Perot hadn't come in, forget it.
Yeah, because it's like it's always that. Yeah, but no, it's a good point. I didn't even think about that. What is this movie? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. What?
I'll disagree. She should have won. This would have made me rage quit the Oscars.
That's what I'm saying. But I also think it's a good point, because you're right. It's like you're gonna piss somebody off, so piss them both off. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Just go ahead and.
I felt the same thing about when Lauren Bacall was up for The Mirror Has Two Faces back in the early 2000s, I think, or late 90s, and she lost to Juliette Binoche. I mean, it's what? I mean, I was screaming at the screen when I saw it. I was like, "This is Lauren Bacall. This is Bogey's wife. Are you out of your mind?" Because we knew this is the last shot.
Yeah.
Her performance in that movie. The movie's not great. She's brilliant in the movie, and you're like, you get so angry, like, what are you talking about? Because this person it is one of those things where you think they deserve it. They're older. This is their last shot. They deserve this. How dare you take this away from them? So whatever.
No, I totally get that. No, I just want to bring that up. What does this movie say about our obsession with fame?
Oh, everything. And not only our obsession with fame, people who
famous.
Their obsession with continuing.
It ties into last week's Grand Hotel.
Yeah, I mean, Carrie Fisher says it best. Was watching her parents be these white hot celebrities who everybody in the country.
Who are her parents again? Just so people know.
Her parents are Debbie Reynolds and Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher, the crooner Eddie Fisher, and she said, I watched my parents' fame slowly go away as they chased it, and it was painful. She says celebrity is just obscurity biding its time. I mean, that to me is the best way to put it. So these people,
good line.
Yeah,
biding its time. I mean, I think you see that so much. That's why I look at people like Taylor Swift and go, when's this going to end? And what's that going to be like for her? What's that going to, when she's at the top of everything?
I think it's a little different nowadays because social media, like I even follow some bands that I listened to 20 years ago. They still have 100,000 followers. So I think it's changed a little bit now, and they've made their money. But I think even today at work, like one of our coworkers has tickets to Oasis, which was a band from the late 90s, and she's talking about maybe just selling them because they're sharp in price, and it's like they're $1,000 a piece now. and they have one hit basically, and it's 30 years ago.
Yeah,
You know, so it's like I think nostalgia is way more prominent than it was back then.
Don't knock nostalgia from the past, because you wouldn't have Grease if you didn't have nostalgia. Here's a movie about the 50s, set in the 70s.
Yeah,
that is more 70s than it is 50s.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's more like I feel like nostalgia is more like I don't say mainstream. I think it's more. I think celebrity is just more obtainable. Maybe is the right word, because you think about it like you go to a Comic-Con and you pay $50 and get a picture with the Black Power Ranger, whatever his name is, like that kind of stuff. Like there's just I think there's always that way, always that type of convention or connection. Just my opinion, obviously, but.
Just to continue my Carrie Fisher thing, she would call going to Comic-Cons a meeting fans. She called it a celebrity lap dance.
Yeah,
what it is. I mean, basically, I think also what I'll acknowledge that with the onslaught of millennials who are this huge generation. I mean, there's the baby boomers who are a huge generation. Then there's me, Gen X, a lot smaller. Then there's millennials, huge. So there's this, and now the millennials are getting into their own nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting into this place where they're finding, oh, I love this as a kid, and it's becoming so powerful for them to get back to their own youth. You know what I mean? No one thinks about Gen X.
Super Nintendo games are so expensive right now. I mean, really.
Oh, they are unbelievable.
Even like with James, like we talked when I like first met James. We talked about getting like like an original Squirtle for Pokemon, and like that just triggers all that emotions that we had as a kid, you know.
So expensive to get a Squirtle Holo.
Yeah, it is. It's nuts. Yeah.
And yet, my Jean-Luc Picard action figure from the first run of Star Trek: The Next Generation action figures is still $9.99.
He's so bitter about it.
It did not go up with
no.
It's in the box. It's in a box.
No, it's still because I look at him every year, just kind of aggravate him.
Makes me so angry I can scream.
Okay, let's talk about the final scene.
Yes.
Oh, this is the best part of the movie,
and not because it's over, right? Not because no. Cimarron's best scene is the last one. This one is like I kind of agree. James, talk more about it. Like what?
Hey, the actress, the way she was able to play delusional, like you believe that, like this is who she is. I'm gonna walk down the stairs and everyone's going to love me, just love me.
Yes.
And like this is my comeback. Like her eyes are just incredible. Like her facial expressions,
so good.
Stole that whole scene. Like. I think it's probably one of the best ending scenes in a movie.
Yeah,
of
she's
all time.
Holding the gun. She's the only thing I won't use it, and he walks out. And no one ever leaves a star. That's what makes one a star. Like she's just got that. I'm about to lose my mind. Look at her eye.
No,
it's see her so good. You see it right out of her head. Whoa! So it's not about.
She plays the crazy character almost as well as Heath Ledger does. As Joker, I mean, truthfully, like I'm not making I'm not making a joke about it. Like you're right, James. Like it, and like Steven, like you said, I want to see it in a theater because, like you said, whenever she talks about the dark room or whatever, and like with those eyes that James talked about, like it. I mean, I can't imagine. Of course, as big as my TV is, it basically is a theater. But because Steven always makes fun of he always like comments on my TV.
IMAX screen in this room
because I have an 85-inch TV in my house.
It's almost as big as my butt.
Good for you. But like it's so few actors or actresses can really pull off
bring it
into madness. Like,
and we're talking about 1950 when the actor studio was up. We're talking about the method. She's bringing it. She's never been trained in the method. She's a silent film star bringing it for this scene.
I mean, I do think the silent film helped her because she had to use facial expressions.
Yeah,
but she nails the voice too, though, and the mannerisms, like you said, her holding the gun, and just like her, like just walking down the stairs, like so casual, looking at everybody, like I mean, it's like she was really soaking it in, and part of me kind of wonders, did she lose herself in this character, and she was like reliving her heyday.
Well, there's one of the facts I saw was that her daughter, I guess, was on set with her quite a bit, and they would go back, and her mother stayed in character.
Wow.
Oh, and when she said the last day of filming, we get back in the car, and there's me, the chauffeur, and my mother. Norma's gone.
Wow.
She goes,
Yeah.
Norma is no longer in the car.
Yeah, she went method, so she was.
Wow.
Oh, the other
She's probably one
Norma.
of the very first.
The other Norma I was thinking of is not Norma, but it's Norman Bates. So I mean, that's the other like crazy.
Oh.
He's gay, so
I
Norma.
just
It's fine.
thought about it when you said Norma. I don't know why I thought about it, but it's just kind of
He's
funny.
gay. He's talking about his mother. He's totally a gay character. Come on, Norma's fine. I mean,
All right,
mother.
James. Any last things about that scene? I know because this is your first time watching, so I like to get your live visceral reaction, which I think you did a good job. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Gunshot, like everything. Like I think it should be taught in cinema classes.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know if it is. I've never done a cinema class, but I think it should be taught in it.
That's so good.
I also love at the very end after he's killed, and they go, soon they'll get some fish hooks and pull me out. It's something like, isn't it great? Isn't it funny how tender people get with you once you're dead?
So many good
How
lines.
they've treated him like such dirt. I mean, these people for his car, everybody's just treated him like he's nothing because he doesn't have any money, and then he's dead. And they're gonna be very, very nice with him. I mean,
yeah, even his boss pissed me off at the golf course. I could give it to you, but I don't, or whatever he says.
I
Like,
don't have to write. What do you think I've been doing?
Yeah, like,
Alrighty,
now the controversial topics coming up.
Oh,
okay. Well, it's not controversial. Sorry, that's the next line. Did you guys like it, James? I'll start with you since this is your first time watching it.
I loved this movie.
Did we overdo it though? Like, because I didn't want to give you too much expectations. Did we kind of did it meet that, or is it?
I felt like you guys undersold it. Like,
okay,
this is.
I tried. I didn't want to make a big deal about it.
Like I have seen so many references. I felt like I've seen this movie, but I have not. I've just seen all the damn parodies. Like there's such good things like in this movie. Like I want to get that punch recipe at the New Year's where they put dissolve a pack of cough drops in it. Like
bring that to lesson.
Yeah. Like there's such great things in this movie, and it's like it's like the acting, you get to see someone decide into madness, and I love seeing those movies. Like I think anything you guys undersold it. Like I would probably put this in my top 10 movies.
Really?
That's how much I enjoyed
this
film.
Next question for you, James. Is this a movie that you're going to try to show to your wife? Or would this is this up her out? I mean, sometimes it's not. Because now the benefit is, since you've seen it, you get to now pass it on to someone who hasn't seen it, and then get their reaction, like me and the high that me and Steven are feeling right now. You'll get to feel that, and I'm telling you, it's an amazing feeling.
I am definitely going to make her watch it at some point, but we'll see when.
Love it. And then Steven, obviously, I know you like it, so I don't have to.
I mean, to me, it's just, it should be taught. The script, especially, is so good. This and All About Eve. It's such a tight script. The dialogue is out of this world good.
It's so good.
It's, because I'm going to say this because because I just wrote about this. I started watching last night. I started watching Can't Stop the Music, the Village People musical, which I'd never seen. That's when you really become appreciative of great scripts, because it is the worst. I knew it'd be bad. I had no idea how bad it would be. I only gotten through half of it, and I was like, I can't. My brain is losing IQ points. This is horrible. And so then to watch Sunset Boulevard, I was like, oh, thank God. This is how you do it. This is how it's done. Billy Wilder, for someone who was not born here, sure knew America.
Yeah.
Like the back of his hand. And our lexicon.
What's y'all's favorite? And I don't mean to put you on spots if you guys don't have one. That's fine. What's your favorite Billy Wilder movie?
I'd say this.
Yeah, I would have to say this.
I'm going to say The Apartment. I love The Apartment, which I think it did win, right?
It's such a good film, too.
Didn't it win Best Oscar?
I think so.
So we'll get on to that one. Also, real quick, and this may be a topic we can do for another day. Maybe we can debate this. Is the 1950s the greatest decade of film? Because you've got if you just think about it, I'm not going to go through and name all of them, But like just a few that come to my mind is obviously the two from this year, and then you have things like 12 Angry Men, Witness for the Prosecution. Like I think the 40s have some bangers because don't get me wrong, Casablanca and Citizen Kane take it probably the 40s realistically, but I just want to give a little bit of a love to the 50s because there's so many good like quality good movies from this era that people don't even talk about anymore.
And also, I think there's a choice in the 50s to make them in black and white. They could make them in color. There's color film.
Yeah, but this is too expensive, right?
I would say, but this is still. There's something about that they know that they can, especially for film.
Oh, like on the waterfront, like that's the 50s. Like, it's just, you really could. If you went down a list, I really do think it would be closer than we think it is.
Could have been a contender. Could have been
like I really do think it could have been.
You're right. You're very right. I never thought about that.
I just thought about it now because we're talking about because you mentioned how terrible the Village People movie was, which I could have told you that before you watched it. And it just kind of made me think because I don't know a time, and this is leading to our next topic. This to me is one of the very first Oscars where legitimately the top two movies are usually in the top 25 of all time. Yeah. I don't think we've ever had we've had years where there'll be two really good movies, but not to this level.
I think there's certain years. I don't know.
I think 57 is a prime example of it too. Yeah, the River.
39, you get Gone with the Wind, you get the Wizard of Oz. All these are just certain years where everything aligns.
It aligns
well.
I still think
like 1980 with Can't Stop the Music and Xanadu.
To me, I think 57 is the one because you've got 12 Angry Men, Witness for the Prosecution, and then River over Kwai.
Wow.
River of the Bridge, whatever it's called, Bridge or whatever it's called.
River Kwai. No.
But yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to, that might be a fun discussion at some point. So then let's move on then. Should it have one? This is going to be this is the controversial topic. So just for reference, we always do an IMDb rating. I know it's not everything, but it's a good general, what the population thinks. So just so you guys know, the winner was All About Eve, spoiler, which we will get to that eventually. All About Eve got an 8.2 on IMDb. For reference, Sunset Boulevard has an 8.4. Born Yesterday got a 7.5. Father of the Bride got a 7.1. And then King Solomon's Mines got a 6.7. Well, so I'm going to get the easy one out of the... Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to say it's easy because I know Steven, but I'm going to start with Steven. Steven, what movie deserved to win? And if you say Born Yesterday, I'm ending the call.
I don't know if I could.
No one has permission to give anything other than the two options. You cannot pick a movie, James, that's Cinderella or something. You have to pick one of these two. I'll make an executive decision. No indie film for you, sir. No, I was playing. Steven, I know this is tough for you, but you got to give me an answer on this. What do you think?
Choose one. God. I love them both so much. I love All About Eve so much. And it also has a crazy performance with Anne Baxter's nutballs in that movie.
Yes, she is.
and you know she's nutball. I've always watched that movie and went, why is she so obviously nutballs? Why is she? But then I watched a reading of that entire screenplay once on stage, and the woman didn't act it crazy, and there was something missing.
Oh.
You have to know as an audience member that she's nuts. Why don't these people know she's nuts? Come on, she's crazy. So I don't know. Gosh,
you got to know.
For best picture, I have to say this one. I have to say this.
I am very surprised by that.
Yeah, I have to say this because
because you have raved so much about All About Eve and Earth.
I want to be Margot Channing. That's what it is. I just realized that Daryl Zanuck produced All About Eve, and there's a line in All About Eve where she says to her director boyfriend, he's going off to work with Daryl Zanuck, Zanuck, what are you two lovers? And I didn't know he produced the movie.
Wow.
So I don't know. Just I have to say the mark of this movie has to be Sunset Boulevard.
James, I'm gonna go to you next. You have your finger up like you're ready to.
I'm trying to think. I'm calculating because before if I saw this movie, I watched this movie last night. I did not think I would put this above All About Eve, but I think I have to. Like,
Yeah.
it is such a great film. Like, I'm going. Like,
Yeah.
I think this would win. But since I can't shout out my movie, but shout out to Evan Costello, Foreign Legion, that was released. Great film.
No, you can shout them out. You just can't recommend them.
I bet.
But no, I have to go Sunset Boulevard.
I just want to take
It's
a
such
moment
great
and
film.
give the credit to Sunset Boulevard that James, who is a big cinephile, and did and that he was I mean, obviously, like, I think everyone has in their mind like, okay, these movies are never going to be topped. But then, like, the fact that you were open about it, but it also shows how good this movie was. That you're like, yeah, it's not downplaying the other movie. You're just saying it's just like that much better.
See both movies. This is the one year that I'm like, see both movies. You're not going to be disappointed.
There's not a wrong answer. I don't think there's a wrong answer. All right. Here's the hot topic for you. Ready, you guys?
Hot topic. And
I've told Steven this before. I think Sunset Boulevard should have won as well. That's a given.
We all three agree. Oh, this is oh my god.
It has happened before. It happened with Casablanca, and I think Coda. I think it happened with.
What do you want?
Okay. I think Sunset Boulevard is. I don't think it's close. I think Sunset Boulevard is so much better because I've told Steven before. Watching All About Eve, I tried to watch it 2 times before I was able to watch it all the way through. That's one of those movies where there's certain parts like where I have to really focus. I lose interest in certain parts. I know that may be crazy, but it's just the truth. Like honestly, the whole scene with like Marilyn Monroe, I kind of lose a little bit in that whole area. Like just on the staircase, I just lose it. I don't know. And maybe that's just me being a millennial and stupid. But to me, Sunset Boulevard hooks you from the moment the word says go. Yeah. And I think it's, again, because like what James said, I think it's because I am also a big fan of noir films and that type of thing. And so to me, it just appeals to me more, I think.
I've said to say this.
And I don't agree with
that. That scene on the staircase was.
Well, you do agree with it because you said it's better, so clearly you do.
No, I don't agree about the staircase scene. That is a great scene.
Oh, it's a great.
I'm not saying that scene pulled me back in, but it's the scenes before, like around that.
I thought you were good.
Mainly because it was Marilyn Monroe pulled me back in. Let's be honest.
Waiter. That's not a waiter, dear. That's a butler. Well, I can't say a butler, can I? What if someone's name is Butler?
She plays that role so good, the dumb role.
You have a point, an idiotic one, but a point. I have a friend who, when the Mr. Fabian is, I'll get you a drink, and she goes, thank you, Mr. Fabian. I have a gay friend who every time you buy him a drink at a gay bar, he goes, thank you, Mr. Fabian.
That's so funny. See, Steven, this is why we need your people in the world still.
Thank you, Mr. Fabian.
Okay, well that's pretty awesome that we all agreed on it. Like James said, go see both of them. They're both like they are great. I even as someone who's maybe a little bit of a hater, they are great. But yeah, I can't really speak of the ones I haven't seen them, and there's no reason to when you have 2 amazing films. Just
and to tie in my love of Stephen Sondheim, the reason Stephen Sondheim wrote Follies about this theater was going to be demolished was because Life magazine had a picture of a theater on Broadway that had just been demolished, and in the rubble is Gloria Swanson in this gorgeous dress posing. It was like from the 50s or something, and she's just posing in this demolished theater like she's Norma Desmond, and that gave Stephen Sondheim sort of an idea for Follies. So she still was inspiring people with her Norma Desmond long after she played the role. I mean,
Did she ever this is her biggest role, right? By far.
She also was in Airport in 1975. Not a big role.
Yeah. That Airplane or what?
Airport 1975.
Picture it, Sicily. She was the co-pilot in Airplane. Or the autopilot, whatever it is. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All right.
Underdone.
Roger. All right, on that note, let's go ahead and move on to the Wheel of Destiny for our next week's movie. We're just so you guys know, we are taking a week off due to Labor Day, so there will not be an upload next week, but there will be one the following week, so just be prepared. Or vice versa. No, there'll be one for next week, but not the following week, because we're going to be out. So That being
We need a
said,
break, people. We need a break.
let's go ahead. Yeah, all these terrible movies we had to watch. All right. That being said, let me share my screen.
Damn it! Don't you dare curse it.
Mrs. Miniver.
Oh, Mrs. Miniver. Hello, Mrs. Miniver.
Nah, Mrs. Miniver wasn't that bad on the scale. I can't hate on it. Cimarron is still the worst. I just can't.
Oh, Cimarron was terrible.
I can't wait for Cimarron.
I'm trying to forget that movie.
Let's see what we got here.
All right, here we go. I mean, we're down
Get you.
So okay, so we're down to I think somewhere in the 70s now or so. So we are slowly we're working our way down. Let's see if we can get a 2000s movie.
I'm hoping for 70s.
Yeah, we haven't had many of those. You're right.
No, we haven't. That's when I was
1948, Hamlet.
Oh wow! Ooh. I've never seen this one.
Me neither.
Wow.
Oh,
I've seen the. I've seen the
movie
play, obviously, but
not in the 40s.
No, I haven't seen this one.
Who plays Hamlet in this? Is it? It's got to be. Yeah, of course it is. What do you want, Laurence Olivier?
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Yes, Larry. I can't wait for this. Then
it's Larry.
I thought you were gonna say it's like Charleston Heston or whatever. Could you imagine him? I did hear someone talk. I didn't try to find it, but someone did. Someone talked about how people hate on Charleston Heston. I know what it was. It was a podcast I was listening to. They were talking about the top 6 movies that everyone should watch, and they were basically the last movie came down. They were arguing should it be Ben-Hur or should it be Lawrence of Arabia? And they were the one guy was saying, I know everyone hates on Charleston Heston because they think he only does one thing, but it's okay. He does it so well. And I just laughed because we had that same argument. But the one guy who was the most straight guy I probably know ever on the show was you cannot tell me that Peter O'Toole is not the most handsome man. And his name is the most handsome man in that movie. And I just laughed so hard at that. That just made me.
I mean, I'm not dead. I may be straight, but I'm not dead. I mean, come on, come on. I have to say this about Hamlet. I went to see. Yes, I saw Mel Brooks as Hamlet. Not Mel Brooks. Mel.
I'm about to say that sounds hilarious. Gibson.
Oh my god! I saw it in the theater. Okay. And this is what I love about this play, and is when it was Glenn Close played Gertrude in that version, and she takes up her goblet to in the big sword fight scene, in the big the duel scene, and she goes, "I drink to my son Hamlet, whatever the line is." And when she's just about to drink it, and we all know the goblet's poisoned, the woman sitting in front of me in the theater went, "Oh my God, she's gonna drink the poison!" And I went, "This has been going on since 1598, and this woman is now freaked out about it." I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "Still, this play still works."
That's a similar story to me. It was in I think 6th grade or something. We had a play, we had a production of Macbeth, and I was like, "Oh my God!" It was so exciting. But think about it. Everyone has to be told the story for the first time.
At the end, when I did the worst play of Shakespeare's is The Winter's Tale. At the end, this queen, they say the queen's dead in the second act. I'm the one who says it. But the woman who plays the queen comes out in the final scene as a statue. Yeah. And she said, "Oh, they made a statue of the queen." And then they go, "Oh, 'tis hers, 'tis her." It's come to life. And my brother in the back goes, "What a crock of boop," in the middle of the theater. "What a crock of," as loud as you can be. And that's what the groundlings said. That's what the groundlings said when this play premiered. They're like, "This is stupid."
That's so funny.
What were you saying?
Well, to be fair, guys, we only dropped 2 more. We only went down 2 years, 1950, 1948. So still going to be a lot of war to talk about, or the remnants of the war. So it'll be interesting to see how they, styles are related versus different. But other than that, fellas, as always, I appreciate your time. For those of you who are still listening, thank you so much for listening. If you would, please consider liking, subscribing, and telling your friends about us. We really do appreciate it. We're trying to build up our fan base here, so we do appreciate that. If you guys have some suggestions, please leave them in the comments. We're always open to special events like this or whatever. It's kind of a nice change of pace. But yeah, so I think everyone agrees that both movies are great, but we do agree that Sunset Boulevard should have won. But For everyone here at the Chicago Cinephiles podcast, we are signing out. Good night.
Arrivederci.